Today we're going to talk about two-step equations. We've been working on one-step equations. So what I want you to do is to take out your handout. I want you to look at this balance. Whenever you see an equal sign, I really want you to think about what that means. It means that whatever is on the left side of the equation, or think about this left balance right here, is equal to whatever is on the right side of the equation. So if we just look at this pictorial right here, we can see on the left-hand side there are three x's, and there's a 1 and a 1, so that's 2. If we were to write this algebraically, it would be 3x and then plus the 2. On the right hand of this is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. So 3 x's and 2 equals 14. This is a two-step equation because if we look at this right here, we want to figure out what x is equal. So the first thing we can do is take away these two ones on this side. For this to remain equal or balanced, we will also have to take away 2 on the right hand side. Writing that algebraically, it is minus 2 on both sides. And again, I like you to draw this line so that you remember about this balance, that whatever is on the right is equal to what's on the left. So if we take 2 away from both sides, you can see all we have left on the left hand side is 3x. We had 14, we took away 2, so we're left with 12. 3x equals 12. We have kept this equation balanced. From here, this is a one-step equation. We know that to figure out what x is, we can divide both sides by 3. Whatever we do to one side, we have to do to the other side. 3x divided by 3, the 3's cancel out. We're left with x equals 4. Now we are not done with this yet. We need to check that our answer is correct. I'm going to write a check right here. What we're going to do is we're going to go back to our original equation and we're going to substitute in our x value right here. We think it's 4. So we're going to have 3 times 4 plus 2 equals 14. You do need to remember your order of operations. Multiplication would be first. 3 times 4 is 12. Bring down our plus 2. Is, sorry about that, equal to 14. Is 12 plus 2 equal to 14? Yes, it is. This checks, so our answer is x equals 4. Now, I just want to look at this equation one more time. I'm going to rewrite it. 3x plus 2 equals 14. There's two steps going on with this x. So I'm just going to kind of write out what's happening here. The first thing that's happening to x is it's getting multiplied by 3. So x is multiplied by 3. This is the first thing that's happening in this equation. Then we are adding 2. Which will give us a result of equal to 14. I like to use this analogy of getting up in the morning and putting on your socks and your shoes. The first thing that you're going to do is you're going to put on your socks. Draw a sock here. The next thing that you're going to do is put on your shoes. Draw myself a shoe. After you do that, you're ready to go. So say you leave, you come back home, and you want to undo all this. You want to take off your socks and your shoes. Well, to undo it, you can't take your socks off first. You first have to take off your shoes. Takes off shoes. After you take off your shoes, now you can take your socks off. So now you're going to take socks off, and now you're back to where you started. So, in the same type of thing here, this purple equation, if I want to undo this, bring that arrow down farther, the first thing I have to do was the last thing I did. So, like right here, my shoes were on, I had to take the shoes off first. I added 2, I have to take that off first. So this is going to be a subtract 2. Then I can undo my multiply by 3, which is divide by 3, which will take me back to where I started. My x is going to be equal to 4. Why I bring that up is because I want you to understand that whatever's happening to this x, you have to kind of peel off the outside layers first when you're solving an equation. So let's go back to your sheet. Let's come down a little bit here. Sorry about that. What we're going to do, we're going to go through some examples. Negative 2y minus 7 equals 3. So thinking about these steps, y was multiplied by negative 2, and then we subtracted 7 from that. To solve this, we have to undo the subtracting 7 first. So we're going to add 7 to both sides of this equation. We're going to be left with negative 2y is equal to 3 plus 7 is 10. Now, negative 2 times y. Undoing this is going to be dividing by negative 2 on both sides. Negative 2's cancel. We're left with y is equal to negative 5. Now we do have to check this. So write down your check. We're going to start with the original equation. Negative 2. Instead of y, we're going to substitute in our negative 5. Minus 7 equals 3. Negative 2 times negative 5 is 10 minus 7 equals 3. Does 10 minus 7 equal 3? Yes. 3 equals 3. This checks out. What I would like you to do is 3x plus 2. I want you to solve and check. You can pause the video to do this right now. Once you are done with that, I also want you, negative 2 plus 2/3 w equals 10. I want you to solve and check this on your own. Last but not least, we have our last equation right here. X plus 7 divided by 5 equals 2. Now we really need to think about what's happening to the x, what's happening first, what's happening second. X plus 7 is divided by 5. So if you think about this, there's really this numerator that happens first, and then this whole thing is divided by 5. So to solve this equation, to undo this, the first thing we have to deal with is this divided by 5. The opposite of dividing by 5 is multiplying by 5. We are going to multiply both sides of this equation by 5. Sorry, I kind of ran out of room here. So 5's cancel here. We're left on the left-hand side with x plus 7 equals 2 times 5 is 10. X plus 7 equals 10. We're going to subtract 7 on both sides, and this is going to be x equal to 3. The last thing that we have to do is to check this equation. I'll see if I have room right here to do so. Now, x plus 7. So I'm going to say 3 plus 7 divided by 5 equals 2. Does 3 plus 7 divided by 5 equal to 2? Well, 3 plus 7 is 10 divided by 5 equal to 2. 10 divided by 5 is 2. Yes, this checks out. Your answer is x equals 3.